On this video, I am going to read the Hebrew of Isaiah 53, verses 4 to 6, along with the Septuagint. And what I would like to do is look at the grammar of both as I'm going through. I believe it's looking at Jesus Christ, his suffering on the cross for the sins of the world, for our sins, bearing the penalty of our sins with his death on the cross. And I pick it up at verse 4. Al-Hain Holayenu Hu Nasa. Surely our sicknesses or our diseases he bore. Nasa is the cow perfect third masculine singular from Nasa. Umahovenu Sebalam. And our pains he carried. Sebalam is from Sava, to carry. It's a cow perfect third masculine singular followed by the pronominal suffix third masculine plural in the He carried them. Va'anachnu chashavnuhu nagua, but we thought of him stricken. Mukei Elohim ume'uneh. We thought of him having been stricken. The root here is nagua. It's a cow passive participle from naga, having been smitten. And then he was crushed. Muke, a pual participle from naka, being crushed. He was smitten, we could say, of God and afflicted. Me'uneh is a puel participle from ana. Let me just go back. We thought of him, but anachnu hashabnuhu nagua, stricken, or we thought of him stricken, afflicted, or smitten of God, and having been afflicted. Pual participle in me'uneh from ana. And then the Septuagint reads of that verse, beginning at verse 4. Hutas tas hamartias hemon fere, but he bears away our sins. Kai perihemon adanatai kai hemes alagisamatha, and concerning our sins, concerning us, we could say, he was pained. Adanatai. He was pained. From adunao, to be pained. And we thought of him, kai chemes elagisamatha, autan enai in pane, kai in plage, kai in kakose. But we thought of him to be in pain and in suffering and in affliction, or in the plague that he's bearing for us. Notice here we have elagisamatha from lagidzamai. It's the aorist indicative middle, first person plural from lagidzamai. We thought of him to be, enai is your present active infinitive from emi, in pain, and in plage, in suffering, and in affliction. But then the text goes on to describe what really happened. So I go back to the Hebrew again of Isaiah 53, which reads, Vehi Vahu Mehulal Mipasha'enu. But he was wounded because of our transgression. Meduka me abonotenu. He was crushed because of our iniquities. And Musar Shalomenu alav, the chastisement of our peace was upon him. Uvachaburato nirpalanu. And by his stripes we were healed. We have been healed. It was a healing literally for us. Meduka is a puel participle from daka, to be crushed. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we were healed, or we have been healed. I would take this as a nifal, uh, perfect third masculine singular from Rapha. It was a healing for us. And then in verse 5 of the Septuagint, it reads, Autas de etraumatiste diatas hamartias hemon, kai memalakistai diatas anamias hemon, paideia erenes hemon ep auton, to molopi autu hemes eathemin. That is, but he was traumatized. He was wounded on account of our sins. Traumatiste is the aorist indicative passive third person singular from traumatizo. He was wounded on account of our sins, and then he was bruised uh, on account of our lawlessness. Memma lakistai, he has been bruised on account of our lawlessness, uh, from malakidzamai. He has been bruised, a perfect indicative active, in my understanding, third person singular from malakidzamai. And then the chastisement of our peace, resulting in our peace, was upon him, and by his blow we were healed. From A'amai, aorist indicative, uh, passive, first person plural from A'amai. We were healed. And the nifal is what we saw, I believe, in the Hebrew, in nirpalanu. And then verse 6 in the Hebrew reads, Kulanu katson ta'inu, isla darko paninu, ve'adonai hifgiabo etavon kulanu. All of us as sheep, we go astray. Each we have turned to his own way, and the Lord caused to light upon him the iniquity of all of us. Uh, all of us as sheep, we ta'inu, we go astray. We are caused to go astray. Each to his, or we go astray, I should say. Each to his own way, we have turned from panah. It's the cow, it's a lamed hay verb, a cow perfect, uh, from panah, first common plural. So each to his own way we have turned, but Adonai hifgia bo, but the Lord caused to land upon him, or strike upon him, from pagah, a hifil perfect, third masculine singular from pagah, et avon kulanu, the iniquity of all of us. The Septuagint reads, Pantes hos brabata aplanethemen. All, as sheep, we have gone astray. From planao, aorist indicative passive, first person plural from panao, And each or every man to his own way, every one has gone astray in his own way, or to his own way has gone astray. Eplanethe is from planao, aorist indicative passive, third person singular. Kai kurios paredoken auton tais hamartia. And the Lord delivered him over on behalf of our sins. Paredoken is from paradidomi, aorist indicative active, third person singular from paradidomi. And it's interesting, the Hebrew reads, the Lord has made to light on him the iniquity of all of us, where the Septuagint reads, the Lord gave him over or delivered him up for our sins from paradidomi. That is, he was delivered over for our sins. I'm reminded of John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So I'm going to stop there, doing a little bit of the back and forth with the Hebrew and the Septuagint.